Hey Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading for love for the month of March. This is going to be a general love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For those of you who don't know, I do weekly forecasts for money, career, family life, spiritual growth, all of that good stuff every single week. So if you want to know about more than your love life, check out your weekly forecast, which is already posted on the channel. And those are done every week, like I said. But let's see what's happening for love for our Gemini friends for the month of March. Okay, I'm getting 5 Gemini, so you all are doing some clearing. You guys are going through some deep energy. And I'm sorry to be focusing on that, because I know Geminis, you guys like to keep things light. You like to be optimistic. You like to be positive. You like to be in those happier realms, right? You guys are the air signs. You like to be up there in the happier, lighter air energy. But a lot of you are dealing with clearing out some stuff. So, but we'll see. And that's not necessarily a negative thing. It doesn't mean that oh, you're having bad luck, or oh, bad things are happening. I don't mean that at all. I just mean, being more in your feelings, right? And I know that might feel heavy for some people, not everybody. Right? Yep, you got 8 of Fire coming up here, Gemini, for the beginning of the month. So when 8 of Fire comes up, this is a good card. This is a happy card. So whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been trying to clear, or whatever you've been dealing with, 8 of Fire is letting us know that it's finally moving forward. It's finally getting cleared up. So say some of you have been having a really hard time and you've been wanting to break up with somebody, or you've been feeling stuck. You're finally getting out of it. You're finally getting to freedom. Some of you who've really been wanting to maybe hear from somebody or approach somebody and have a conversation or a discussion, it's finally happening. Something is being lifted. Some weight that you've been carrying is being lifted. 8 of Fire could also be for those of you Geminis who have been wanting to hear from somebody, or who have been wanting to have the truth be told about something. 8 of Fire is very much about communication, things happening quickly, things moving forward very quickly. Okay, so it's positive energy coming into the love life energy. Next, we have 7 of Fire. Look at this. We're going from 8 of Fire to 7 of Fire. So whatever it is that you have been hoping to have move forward, as it's moving forward, 7 of Fire is letting us know that you're going to be able to keep, I don't want to say keep in charge of it, but maybe some of you haven't been wanting to move forward with a relationship, or you haven't been wanting to move forward with dating because you've been worried about if you're going to be able to keep it up, or if you've been worried about this thing that you've been trying to fix, what if it goes wrong. 7 of Fire says you're going to be able to hold your ground. Some of you are having a really significant conversation with a person, and maybe some of you are worried about how that's going to be going. Maybe some of you are laying down some ground rules. Maybe some of you are really at a place where you feel like you're really ready to have something serious. I've said this in the past with Geminis. You guys are very social. You guys really love to get to know different people. You really are in that lighter, chattier, small talk kind of energy. And you can be like little butterflies, where you'll flitter and something will be really great, and it'll be great till it's boring, and then you'll go on to the next thing. Nothing wrong with that. But maybe some of you are beginning to consider to get a little bit more rooted, or a little bit more grounded. And so 8 of Fire could be about moving forward with somebody and having a communication. And that might make you feel a little bit nervous. Like, I don't know, is this person going to understand me? Is this person going to understand where I'm coming from? Or is this person going to respect what I'm trying to let them know? Some of you have been working very hard to even overcome certain issues or things. Maybe you've been in therapy and you're like, man, am I really ready to do this? But Seven of Fire is letting you know that you're going to be able to hold your ground. You're going to be able to have your footing in place and just be in your just strong, confident energy, and you're going to be able to handle whatever kind of comes your way. Some of you are having issues or fears with family. Some of you, like family is not being, I don't want to say respectful of your choices, but maybe not agreeing with your choices, or maybe they don't like the person that you're with, or the person that, I guess the person that you're with, for those of you who are in a relationship, and they might be giving you a hard time. Some of you, and this came up for some of the other signs too. Some of you are going to have friends or family who are discouraging you from dating, or who are discouraging you from getting into a relationship with a person or continuing a relationship with somebody, because they have some selfish motives, okay? It could be that they're unhappy or they're lonely and they feel like if you go into this relationship, or if you focus on this relationship, you're going to have less time for them. It could be that they have financial hopes for you, especially if money has been getting better for you recently. They might feel like, well, I'm gonna need you around, or I'm gonna be dipping into your pockets, and if you're with somebody else, then that's gonna limit my supply that I'm gonna be able to get from you. There may be some ulterior motives. Some people, they're lonely, and they don't want you to be with somebody else, because then they feel like they're gonna have less access to you. But Seven of Fire is saying hold your ground. Some of you are dealing with a person that maybe you feel has, I don't want to say disrespected you, but they haven't shown up in the way that you want them to show up, right? So maybe you're feeling taken advantage of in some way. Maybe you're feeling neglected. Maybe you're feeling ignored. And maybe that's what Eight of Fire is going to be about for some of you in this conversation, or in this, discussion. And Seven of Fire is saying hold your ground. Hold your ground with this person, because chances are this person doesn't even know, right? Like they don't even get that they've been that way. So some of you are kind of like laying it down that way and holding your ground, staying firm, and then, things will be moving in your favor. Whatever it is, Seven of Fire is saying don't give up, because you're doing a lot better than you realize, or you're handling it, or things are a lot more in your favor than you realize, okay? So next, Gemini, we have Two of Air. You're feeling at a stalemate. You're not sure about how to move forward with something. For me, typically, though, Two of Air is about fear, and it could be that you're overanalyzing it. I don't know why, but I just thought of Libra. So maybe some of you have Libra in your moon or in your rising. This is definitely an air card sign, obviously, and you are an air sign, so it could be you getting into, I don't want to say the negative aspect of being the air sign, but one of the more challenging aspects of air sign, where you can get really caught up in your head. And I thought of Libra simply because Libras are very good at playing devil's advocate. They're very good at like saying, well, on one hand this and this and this, and on the other hand this and this and this, and they can like go back and forth convincing themselves between the different arguments, right? And it could be like this circle. So some of you may be overanalyzing. Maybe you have Libra in your moon or in your rising, but you might be really, really nitpicking something to death right now, and it's preventing you from moving forward. It's preventing you from moving forward. Overall, I just feel like something like you've been waiting for someone to give you approval in some way. Maybe you've been looking for approval in others, like you've been looking for approval in the people that you've been dating or with your friends, or you've been wanting everyone to be 100% on board with whatever it is you want to do, and it's not going to happen, right? And so like you're kind of stuck in this stalemate, and this is saying get over it. Like, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but you're gonna have to live your life. You're gonna have to move forward. So stop over analyzing, stop being afraid, stop worrying about if somebody's gonna be completely and totally blown away or impressed by your choices or your decisions. Just move forward and be you, because otherwise clock is ticking, and if you're living your life for other people, then you're going to be very unhappy with the choices you have allowed them to make for you long after they're gone, so I guess get out of your headspace and try to get into your heart space, like what you want, what's going to make you happy, what's meaningful for you, and just pick a direction and go. This going back and forth, it's good to be logical, it's good to want to reason, it's good to plan things out, but don't nitpick something to death. Don't overanalyze so much to where it's paralyzing you or it's putting you in a place of stagnation, okay? Because that's not doing you any favors. I love this. You have 6 of fire coming up. So this is victory. This is victory over competition, competing goals, any kind of like argument, anything that's been going on in that way. So you're definitely moving past a difficult time or a challenging situation. Maybe some of you have been feeling for the first time, and I'm feeling this very strongly. Some of you have been feeling for the first time that you're dealing with a person where you're feeling like you have to compete against others, and it's made you feel very uncomfortable. And maybe not even compete against others, but just, I don't know, maybe you felt like you had to compete for somebody's attention or compete for somebody's time. And it maybe has been unfamiliar to some of you Geminis, because like I said, Geminis, you guys are, that's one thing I can say. I have a lot of friends who are Geminis. One of my best friends on the East Coast is a Gemini, and you all are just really, really good with socializing. You all are really good with talking. You are really great with meeting people. And so sometimes it comes easy. It comes natural to get attention in that way. So maybe some of you have been dealing with someone where like they haven't been as like chatty with you, or they haven't been as open with you as you would like. But 6 of fire is letting you know that whatever it is that you have felt has been a little bit of a challenge, you are overcoming it. You are overcoming it. You're having the victory. Okay. So for some of you, it is definitely, you're dealing with somebody that has a lot of other options. And 6 of fire would say they're choosing you. They're choosing you. They're choosing you out of their other options. Whether the other options are other partners, or whether the options are like, life goals or things like that. I think you are making very clear what you're looking for in March to this person or to someone, and they are being respectful of that, and they're like, you guys are on the same page, so you're walking away with the victory. 6 of fire is also like recognition. So those of you, especially those of you who are in a relationship, you might find that the energy is shifting and changing to where you're getting more positive feedback from your partner, or you're getting more praise. This person is seeing ways in which you have been trying to be more positive, or be happier, or be more productive, or to like, hold your end of the bargain in the relationship, whatever it might be, and you're getting a lot of praise. Gemini, this came up in one of your readings a few weeks ago. A lot of you are healing or recovering from really critical energy. So maybe you had an ex, or even a parent, or all of the above, who was really critical of you in the past and really talked down to you. And so now that energy is shifting, and you're finding that you're receiving a lot of positive praise, terms of endearment, somebody who's being very kind towards you. So a lot of you are bringing the shift into your love life. You're calling in experiences where people are being more supportive, more loving, less critical, less demanding of you. 4 of air. All right, my darlings, 4 of air is rest. 4 of air is rest. Some of you are really feeling very overwhelmed by a lot of the energies that we've been having. The energies have been really massive and shifting ever since we came into 2019. Okay, that Lion's Gate that we had in the summer of 2018, I'm laughing because it was intense energies. Saturn finished a cycle that it was doing for about like 12 years, and just after that, a lot of things started shifting, and the energies have been different, and they've been opening doors, right? Like to manifest. All about 2019 for many people is going to be manifesting. So whatever you want to manifest in your love life or any other area of your life, like this is the year it's going to happen for a lot of people. But a part of that is cleaning house, like, emptying out, cleaning out the closet and making room for the new wardrobe, or getting rid of the old junk and making room for the things you're going to redecorate with, And I mean this as like a symbolism. And that brings us into our feelings. And Gemini, you guys are like pros of the logical, you're pros of the mental realm. So being in the feelings and having these major shifts and having people come in who are into you for the real you, not the social butterfly you, not the small talk you, it can feel exhausting. And so 4 of Air is about taking a time out and getting some rest. For some of you, it could be traveling. You may be, those of you who are in a relationship specifically, you may be traveling, or you may be working on balancing having alone time and getting your thoughts and feelings together versus being with a person. Maybe some of you are laying that down with a person. Maybe you're making it very clear about your alone time or having you time in the relationship. Whatever it may be. But this is really, really, really grounded energy that's coming in, okay? 4 of Air could even be relieving your mental exhaustion. And we got that especially with the 2 of Air card. A lot of you have been really over analyzing things or like nitpicking things in your mind, and 4 of Air is taking a break from that, like letting your mind rest, letting your spirit rest, letting your emotions rest, because whatever you've been going through to get to this point to manifest what you're manifesting in your love life, it's taken a lot of energy. Right? So coming into the end of the month, into the beginning of April, like you're just finding yourself, you're recuperating yourself. So that might mean not having a whole lot of serious conversations, or not allowing your partner to pull you into serious conversations. It could even be like just putting your foot down in just a very gentle way and just saying, look, like, we don't need to talk about this right now, or we'll talk about this later, or like, let's just not, stress each other out. Like, let's just chill, right? So you're coming more into like that chill energy after a lot of the intense energy that's been happening for you in the rest of the month of March. As you're coming into the end of the March, you're like, okay, that was a lot of work. Let's chill now. let's just get back into like the butterfly energy. All right, let's pull your angel message for the month around love and see what's coming up for Gemini. For our Gemini friends. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I want to pull a clarifier on that. You deserve love. Okay, well, there we go. So this, I feel, has to do with that 2 of Air energy, like nitpicking, overanalyzing, being very afraid of what other people are telling you. Another thing that had come up was that some of you have somebody who's discouraging you for selfish motive or selfish gain. And what Spirit is trying to make you realize is you deserve love. You are lovable. So anybody who's giving you advice that's making you feel really bad about yourself, or making you feel like you don't deserve love, right then and there, that's a red flag, my darlings. Right then and there, that's a red flag. Maybe that's not the best person to go to for advice, right? Like, we're not looking for people to, tell us what we want to hear all the time. But if somebody's advice is making you feel very bad about yourself, that's a red flag. There's some negativity there that is not doing you justice, that is not doing you good, right? And if anybody's advice is coming in a way that's making you feel like you're stupid or you can't make your own decisions, right then and there, that's a red flag, because the universe wants you to know that you deserve love. You are lovable, okay? It's okay for you to set your sights on some target and focus and aim and try to make that happen. If you're watching this video, chances are you're 18 or older. I would hope you're an adult, okay? You're a grown-ass man, you're a grown-ass woman, you know, whatever it might be. It's okay for you to make an attempt at something. It's okay for you. You might miss. That's fine. You grab another arrow and you try again. Nobody's looking for perfection. But pay attention to anybody that's making you feel like you don't deserve to have love or that you're not ready for love. Now, it's one thing to work on your healing, right? You know, there could be aspects in which maybe, you know, maybe you came out of a really bad breakup, or maybe you need to deal with like trust issues, or maybe there's an addiction or something that you're dealing with. But that doesn't mean you're not worthy of love. And that doesn't mean that you can't be open with somebody else and say, look, here's my baggage, here's what I'm dealing with. And if we're going to be together, these are the things that maybe you're going to have to be aware of, right? So just be cautious of anybody that's making you feel like you don't deserve to have love in your life, or that you're not lovable, or that somebody's not going to love you, or somebody's not going to want you. That's low vibrational garbage, and you don't have to hear it. You don't have to listen to it. Okay? Nobody is perfect. We all have things in our life we need to work on. That doesn't mean that you're not worthy or deserving of love in this moment now. Okay, Gemini? So check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, because that's going to add more information, more little details for you depending on what is going on with your planetary placements. You may need a private reading, which I am more than happy to do. The link for that is in the Calendly link in the description. And check out your weekly forecast, because there's other stuff happening in your life, not just love. A lot of you have been asking me to start doing dailies. I am going to work on getting those up. I'm going to start working on doing daily messages and more pick-a-cards. So if you subscribe and hit notification, you won't miss any of those videos. And thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. And I will see you all in the weekly forecasts. Take care.